We're going back to Vegas, Carl, May 9th through 11th, buddy.
Have we told anyone about that yet?
Multiple times.
Oh, good. Yeah. Hackamania, hackamania.com. Promo code CREEP for 10% off your tickets.
You know, you really took the lead there with the WATP promo code this week. I saw that.
I did, yes.
A lot of people are using the WATP promo code, which is completely stupid.
No, it's more fun.
Could you help this show out a little bit, you son of a bitch?
It's a lot of fun using WATP as the
Don't
promo
use
code.
WATP, use CREEP. Fuck you, Carl.
CREEP is one extra letter. You want to be more efficient when you're getting 10% off.
You're a real sack of shit. Either way, we're going to have fun in Las Vegas. Hope to see you there.
Attention parents, what you're about to see is not suitable for kids. Shoot, it's not even suitable for some grown-ups. You might want to walk away now if you ain't into these type of things.
I'm going to give the people what they want. Sensation, horror, shock.
I'm going to deliver the goods because I'm alive and I'm not backing down. Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Full speed ahead.
Vomit-inducing thing.
Hola, creepos! I did it again. I did it again.
I was watching it too. I was sitting there watching it. You're just hovering over that mute button, not even thinking about the loop button.
Sure wasn't. Like a big dummy. Hey,
we took
everybody.
a week off. Vinny's a little rusty. We'll get back into it. Don't worry, guys.
Vinny is sick today, folks. My voice is going. I feel terrible. But you know what? I got to tell you something. There was no way the People's Champ was going to miss 2 weeks in a row. It wasn't going to happen.
Oh, so you wanted to celebrate the Bills with me today on this Victory Monday.
Yeah, I would like to celebrate old Butterfingers Mark Andrews.
Fuck yeah, MVP.
Oh my God.
Our new MVP is Mark Andrews.
I hope a fucking bus hits that guy. Lamar, did you hear Lamar Jackson at the press conference after that? He was screaming about him and cussing. Motherfucker, he goes, these shitty turnovers.
He was actually pretty magnanimous.
I'm sick and tired of this shit was the quote.
I don't think that's true.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Good. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Creep Off, the show about creeps by creeps. For you creeps, I'm your host. My name is Vinny. Let me give a big hearty shout out to the true believers.
Excelsior, true believers.
And joining me in the studio, as always, it's hot Carl.
What is happening, Vinny Paulino and all of the creepos out there? I just want to give a quick shout out. Thank you for joining us. You know, we were off last week, and the week before that was a Wednesday, so we're back on our regular schedule. But what we haven't done is missed any of our Friday bonus shows. We did one with Jim Florentine just a couple of weeks ago. That's fantastic.
It was very, very good. And the one we did Friday was great, too. A lot of creeps going around.
Yes. So if you're not on our Patreon or sign up for our YouTube channel, I encourage you to do so. We do a bonus show every Friday at noon. You can watch or listen anytime thereafter.
I would also like to remind people of something that's going to be coming up this month, hopefully, probably into February at this point.
Okay.
Hall of Fame.
Ooh.
Nominations are going up. We need a new Hall of Famer. We got to keep it going. And I have somebody I'm going to nominate this time. And
what do you got?
Carl Pansram. This guy I'm learning about.
Okay.
He's something else. I've never read about a terror spree that this guy went on.
A man named Carl.
Yeah, he spells it the same way too.
Oh yeah.
I probably should have done him when we did Creepiest Carl and Creepiest Vinny.
Thanks a lot, Carl.
But we'll find out. We'll find out who everybody votes for.
All right.
Now, the last time we did a show, we nominated the person who gave the recipient of the creepiest presidential pardon.
Yeah, and I should explain how this show works real quick. Up top here is that Vinny and I both present who we think is the biggest creep in any given category. We present our cases, and then you, the fine listeners and viewers, go to thecreepoff.com and vote for who you thought brought the bigger creep. Once one of us gets to 5 points, we win the round, and the other person has to spin the dreaded wheel of consequences. I currently have a consequence that I need to fulfill, which is getting my chest waxed.
Yeah, when are you going to do that?
I talked to the person 2 days ago. I told her I'm going to get that set up.
Great. So I'll come with you and film it. It'll be fun.
Maybe.
No, I got to film it for the show. That's the consequence. It's for the show.
Okay.
Yeah. God damn it, Dwight Christian. You tell me now. We should have had him wax his asshole. That would have been so much fun.
But that would be a punishment for someone who's not even a part of the show.
No, it would have been really funny to get a video of you on all fours and someone just waxing your asshole. That'd be the greatest thing that ever happened on the show.
Sounds gay.
Yeah, well.
It sounds a little bit gay to me. I don't know.
Well, Carl, you know how you roll. Folks, like I said, last time we did a show, we nominated people who were the recipients of the creepiest presidential pardon. I nominated Peter Yarrow. Who did you nominate, Carl? Some Navy SEAL, right?
Eddie Gallagher.
Eddie Gallagher.
Yeah.
So here to let us know who won is the great
Danny, reading results so dandy. Please won't you post that fanny all over the Patreon. Danny, that body's so uncanny. Voice smooth like lemon shandy. Oh yeah, she's my creep girl.
Hey guys. Hi, what happened? Oh no. Oh my god. I don't know where Karl Vinnie went. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Sorry, Danny.
Hey, Danny, word for us. Well, we went away for a minute.
Oh, it's okay. I was so confused.
You think you were confused? I had to figure that out real quick. I don't know what happened, but we'll move on from here. Danny, I want to start off by wishing you a very happy 22nd birthday.
Happy birthday, Danny.
Yeah, 22nd. That's exactly how old I am.
Awesome. Now, question. Do you think Karl should have his asshole waxed or his chest? What are your thoughts?
Oh, man. Definitely an asshole, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Where do you stand on the old asshole waxing? Does it hurt?
I've never done it, but I would. You know.
All right. Yeah, why not, Karl?
If requested, what do you mean you would?
I would if I've never had anything waxed before, so I don't know. It seems painful, but I mean, I guess I would. I'd try it. Why not?
All right, listen to that wonderful attitude from Danny. Why not?
Yeah.
All right.
That's why she's the winner. That's why she's our results girl.
That's it.
She's up for anything.
Danny, we would like to know who won the last episode of the Creep Off. Who's getting the point?
Oh man. For the creepiest pardon recipient, we got 56% of the vote, which is pretty close. And Vinny is the winner this time.
Oh shit. I'm really happy to hear that. Thank
Please. We're going to make a point. Man, this is a huge deal that's going down.
Yeah.
Now it's a tie.
Bringing it back, buddy. 3-3.
I want to change mine to Fauci. Can I change it to Fauci? We'll do a revote.
We're going to have to do this again at some point because enough people are getting pardoned. I'm pretty sure in about 4 years, Barron's going to get pardoned.
What did Barron do?
Who knows? Who knows what any of these people did? They're all getting pardons, but nobody's being accused of anything.
It's a criminal syndicate, this family.
Oh, God damn it. Karl, I won. Fuck you. Thanks, Danny.
Congratulations, Vinny.
Thanks, everybody at home. You guys are the greatest. You really are. So, Danny, happy birthday to you. We'll see you again next week.
All right.
Take it easy. All right.
Bye, Danny. All right. Well, that wasn't her best appearance. He brought some bad news. I didn't appreciate that.
What are you talking about?
But congratulations on your victory, Vinny. We're tied 3-3, which means we're coming down. It's coming down now. We need victories. The pressure is on, and we have a wild card week.
That is correct. We're doing wild card this week because I was so sick yesterday. I had no time to put mental thought into a category. So we're going wild card. And I believe because I won, I get to go first. You want to ring that bell, Karl?
Oh, do I?
Oh, boy. We're going to go to Atlanta, Georgia for this one. Let me pull up this broad's picture. Jesus Christ. This is Lamora Williams, Karl.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she's had a lot of rough.
She's had a bad hair day.
She's had a bad hair day. She's had not really a rough life, but her parents tried to make it sound like she did.
Okay.
So we're talking about something that happened in 2017. At the time, she's 24 years old. Her parents thought she had mental illness since birth. Her mother, Brenda, told the news that she was a slow learner and I had to pull her out of school and do homeschool, she would do things like cut off her dolls and her sister's dolls' heads. You know, we see this stuff like that was in the horror movies. That's the exact quote.
Wow.
Yeah. So she was a bit of a problem as a child. That's the shit that scares you as a parent, right? Your kid's just chopping off dolls' heads and acting like a little psycho.
Or the cats. Yeah.
Sure. Well, her father died in 2014, and her father was her rock, Karl. And during those 3 years from 2014 to 2017, she did two things. She had two little babies, Jakarta Penn and Jamil Penn. Let me show you a picture of them. Adorable little scamps. You're going to love them, Karl.
Okay.
Here they are.
Oh.
Now, one of them was 2 years old and one of them was 1 year old in October 2017.
And
when
one
the
of them
incident...
has a terrible haircut.
Yeah, well, so does mom. She's got mom's hair.
Yeah.
So she comes home one night around 11:30 p.m. and immediately calls 911.
Uh-oh.
Why, Karl? Why do you think she called 911? She
hope it doesn't have anything to do with these adorable kids.
Well, she called 911. This is exactly what she said to the operators. When I came in, the stove was laying on my son, on my youngest son's head, and my other son was laid out on the floor with his brains laid out all over the floor. I don't know what to do. I just came home from work, Williams said in the chilling 911 call. Can you please help? She asked the dispatcher. Like, can you please tell me, like, I don't want to get locked up because this is not my fault. I just came home from work. So weird way to start off the conversation with 911. She also appeared to hold her cousin responsible for all of this. She said, I just left my cousin with the children. She left my door unlocked. She left them. She left them alone in the house. She left them here, and now they're dead.
Jeez.
Then she told the dispatcher a few seconds later, my sister was babysitting my kids and left them dead in the house.
So her sister's the biggest creep? Is that who you're bringing?
First it was her cousin, then it was her sister.
Yeah, so your sister?
Yeah.
Your sister is the problem?
Well, if you're believing any of this, I would ask you, why did she call the father of the children, Jamil Penn, right before she called 911? She video called him.
Okay.
Showing him the carnage that's across this kitchen. Now we're talking children's brains.
Yeah.
Are laying around the floor, and the child's head is smashed in by an appliance. And she says, this is your fault for not taking care of the kids.
Yeah, I agree. Where was he?
Well, he wasn't there. They were separated at the time. Now, he said when he called 911, I just received a call from my child's mother. Two of my kids, my two babies are dead in the apartment. She just video called me and I've seen it. I think they're dead. Here's the problem with the story, Karl. It turns out that what happened was the night before all of this, or early that morning, she took both of her children and put them in the oven and turned it on until they were dead.
Oh, wow.
She stuffed a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old in an oven and held it shut till they died. And then decided...
That's cultural appropriation right there.
Holy shit, I know.
My people are not happy
Yeah,
about
I know,
this.
Karl. To you, I know this seems like normal, par for the course kind of stuff. But...
Not family members.
Jesus Christ. And then, in an effort to stage it looking like somebody else did this and claim she wasn't home, because she did go to work the whole day. She cooked her children. She smashed one kid's head with the stove. Busted the other one's head all over the place.
They were well done, I imagine. Probably pretty easy to break the bones at that point.
Well, when the cops showed up, they couldn't figure out how these kids died. They looked a little darker than normal. They definitely looked a little darker than normal. And her story didn't change. She said it was my cousin, my sister. They did it. I don't know. I came home. But during the autopsy, they noted that the thermal changes appear to be entirely caused by dry heat and changes caused by prolonged heat exposure. It would take a significant amount of time to reach this level.
Right.
So she left these fucking kids.
Oh, man.
They're well done, Karl. And they believe that the reason why she tipped it over was to hide the way that they died.
Okay.
To make it look like, oh, the stove fell on them. Maybe even to make it look like an accident. Who knows what the fuck she was thinking?
Yeah, the autopsy is going to see that the liver is well done. And they're going to go, no, I think these kids were cooked first.
Yeah, investigators later learned the boys are not left with a caregiver, and that Williams, who called 911 that day, had put her two sons in the oven earlier that morning or the night before. She maintained her innocence the whole time. She was charged with murder, making a false statement, aggravated assault, and concealing a death by a grand jury. She was also charged with child cruelty. Now, it took a very long time. We're talking 2017.
Yeah.
She just got sentenced on November 14th of last year. She was convicted of all 14 counts against her. She was quickly sentenced to a term of life in prison without the possibility of parole, plus an additional 35 years.
Okay. So she won't be cooking any more children anytime soon.
Unless she works in the mess hall. Unless they give her time in the mess hall. But she cooked these 2 fucking children in an oven while they were alive.
Yeah.
And stood there with the door closed, listening to kids fucking scream.
Why did they push it open?
Well,
she was holding it?
She was holding it.
Oh.
You can't just set it and forget it.
That's a good point. You want to be there and make sure you get the job done when you're making a meal like that.
Oh, man.
Rocco Orby 2002 says she was craving baby back ribs for $2.
The name of this episode.
Yes, perfect.
All right. That is my creep this week. And enough said. She cooked 2 children alive, Karl.
I agree. She seems like a real creep. But you know what, though, Vinny?
What?
I think I got a bigger creep for us.
I don't believe you.
I want to introduce everyone to Zahid Zaman. And if you can bring up my photo number 1. Now, what this guy did is he was a ringleader. You see him sitting there in his wheelchair. He pretended to be in a wheelchair. He didn't need it, but he used it for sympathy.
Smart.
And he was the ringleader of a cultish gang in the UK.
Nice.
He would scour the internet and he would go to soup kitchens to find vulnerable people and act like he was helping them. Be like, hey, why don't you stay with me? Come back to my place. I'll help you out, give you some shelter.
Oh, did he put him in the oven?
Well, hold on, Vinny, because it started with women. Myra Wood, Kay Rayworth, Ann Corbett. And, he was kind of like dating them and he kept bringing in new women. And then they find this guy, Jimmy Prout, and they decide, let's make this guy our lackey. We need someone to start doing the work around here. So they bring in this guy, Jimmy Prout, who's down on his luck. He's in and out of homelessness. He's having hard times in life. And one day, Zahid decides, Prout stole some tools from me. I think he needs to be punished.
Yeah, well, he's stealing things. So, yeah,
right.
Of course.
So he gets the women involved. He says, you know what? This guy's a problem. We need to punish him. And so they would start doing things where they would beat him. And the women would either participate or they just sit back and watch and laugh. And let me show you what this gang looks like. My image number 2. That's him, obviously, in the upper left. Those are the 3 women from this cultish gang.
So, listen, I personally, I've been with my wife for 20 years cumulatively.
Mm-hmm.
So I really haven't gone out looking, but I don't think the soup kitchens is where I'm going to start looking for high-end trim because look at these fucking faces. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. And
did they throw the hot soup on these women?
on his dating profile, he stood in front of gold bars to make it look like he's rich. So he's getting very dumb people interested in him in order to get these people together.
How nice was the wheelchair? Was it a good wheelchair?
It is a nice wheelchair. Okay. Yeah. So he's beating up this guy, Jimmy. And so what Jimmy's doing is he's going onto Facebook and posting photos to show people that he's getting beat up. My image number 3 is an example. He's not a good speller, but he says, my shoulder hurts.
Aww.
And you see there's little Jimmy Prout and you see his shoulder. It's all black and blue. It looks terrible. And if you show my image number 4, this is his face. It's all beat up. Wow.
Jesus Christ.
They're beating the crap out of this guy. They're just torturing him for no reason, just because he's sadistic and is getting joy from this, and the women are enjoying it.
He's half smiling, though, so it seems fine.
Well, Vinny, aside from beating him, they would also starve him from time to time. So he was extremely malnourished. You could see him there, how skinny he was. He looked like he was going to be marched into an oven the way he's looking there.
Nice try.
This led to multiple hospital visits, and he would never tell the hospital what was going on, who the attackers were, who was abusing him. So one day, Zahid decided he really needed to send a message to this guy. He's like, he's just not getting it. We're beating him, but he's still acting up.
Is he still stealing things?
He's never stole anything, but according to Zahid, he's a real problem, and they needed to discipline him.
Mm.
So he's going to send a message. He grabs a pair of pliers and starts pulling the teeth out of his mouth. But Vinny, one of the teeth will not come out of his mouth.
Oh, no.
So he gets a hammer and a chisel and knocks the fucking tooth out of his mouth with a hammer and chisel.
That's one way to do it.
On this guy's face. Look at this guy. Teeth are worse than mine. Looks like he played in the NHL for 13 and a half seasons.
It really does. He looks like he played like a left wing.
Yeah, it's not great.
When they didn't wear helmets.
You're right. He blocked a lot of shots. So this is what this guy's posting online to show people, and no one gives a shit. He doesn't have any friends. The only person liking these photos, which is kind of funny, is his roommate Ann. So Ann Corbett's the youngest of the three women, and she's participating in all of this abuse, but she's also like at least liking his.
Is
posts.
she the one on the top there?
Yes, that's
Ann
her.
Right
there, yeah.
So she's that guy's roommate.
Yeah, they room together.
Oh, I bet you he was like stealing her food or something.
Maybe she's probably tattling on him.
That he's not innocent. Like if she labels her shit in the fridge and he's just taking it, I'd fucking knock his teeth out with a chisel too.
All right, so you saw what happened with the teeth. Then Zahid started getting into bestiality.
This guy?
Yeah. He started watching these videos and he'd be like, oh my gosh, look at this. These people are having sex with dogs. This is pretty cool, right? And so he buys a couple dogs and brings them into the house. And the ladies are like, no, we're not into this.
And somehow the house smelled better.
Yeah, probably.
They brought in the dogs.
So this guy's a zoophile.
Oh, Christ.
And they get a couple dogs. The ladies, like I said, weren't into it. So he forced Jimmy to engage in intercourse with the dog. Poor Jimmy is now fucking dogs for this guy's amusement. And he's whacking off watching this stuff. But that wasn't enough, Vinny. He thought up a real sinister idea. I don't even want to present this as my multimedia presentation. I'm going to let this clip play from Disturbin on YouTube explaining what this guy did.
Just when you would think the abuse couldn't get any worse, Zahid decided that he was going to remove one of Jimmy's testicles. Zahid pulled out his Stanley knife. This is a knife used for cutting carpets and other building fabrics. He passed the knife to Ann Corbett and told her to cut open his scrotum and remove one of his testicles. Ann made the initial cut, but then she refused as she just couldn't bear it any longer. So Zahid grabbed the Stanley knife and did it himself. Jimmy was given no painkillers before, during, or after. Zahid proceeded to cut the scrotum and attached the testicle before force-feeding it to Jimmy. He then made sure that Jimmy consumed it. Zahid then commanded Ann to burn the wound with a heated metal bolt to seal it before sewing it up. Jimmy would of course been in extreme pain, but the others in the group just watched and laughed, and they would later kick him in the groin.
This guy ripped open the ball sack.
Hey, ball breath. Ball breath. Ball
Shoved it in his mouth, made him eat it, and then they're kicking him in the fucking nut. Not nuts, but nut.
So listen,
afterwards,
tell me the truth.
This is crazy.
Back in the day when you were in high school, every group of friends had the one guy who always wanted the attention, who let everybody do shit to him, like ate the worms and stuff like that. That's all this kid is. This is nothing.
Yeah, this is nothing.
This is nothing.
This is wild shit that's going on. So, as I mentioned, Ann and Jimmy are roommates. Well, he's in a lot of pain because he's just getting beaten nonstop. This is going on for months. And so one night, he's just up screaming. And she's like, Jimmy, I need to get some sleep. You got to stop screaming. It's like, buddy, come on, relax. You're screaming. I can't get any sleep. So finally she gets up. She goes over to Zahid and he goes, this fucking Jimmy, my roommate, is just screaming. I can't get any shut-eye. And he's like, yeah, I need to get some sleep too. Can you just like wrap something around his mouth so that he can't make any more noise? I should have thought of that. Good idea. So she takes some clothing, wraps it around his face, and lo and behold, he suffocates.
Sure. Probably the best thing that happened to him that week. Can I just say that, you know, he probably did a lot of screaming, but now it was more annoying because it was a lot more high pitched.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds like Michael Jackson.
He was driving the dogs crazy.
They didn't even know he was screaming, but the dog's dead.
Oh, no.
So she wraps this around his face. He suffocates. 6 a.m. They go, Jimmy's dead. All right. So they put him in a sleeping bag and they drive him out to some barren area. And they just dump his body there. His body is there for weeks, starts decaying. Animals are eating it. This guy they just dropped there. He didn't really have any friends or family, so people weren't really asking about it. But the problem was now these four are all paranoid about this thing.
Mhm.
And they're like, oh, someone going to turn on me? Is someone going to turn me in? What's going to happen? So finally, Zahid tried to get out in front of it. He calls the cops and goes, and killed Jimmy Prout,
Oh,
which technically I guess is true. But
this guy was fucking my dogs and his roommate killed him.
yes. So the problem, though, with Zahid here is that his story falls apart very quickly.
Sure.
So he tries to tell his story to the police about, it was all Ann. She's decided to kill this guy.
He probably gave it up when he walked to the door to answer it when they showed
It
up.
probably didn't help.
Right.
Correct. Yeah, it said that the research I did, it said that when he was beating Jimmy, he would get up and start beating him, then go sit back down in his wheelchair.
I bet you, because he's like a cult leader kind of.
Yeah.
So he's like, it's a miracle.
Wow.
You really fucked up, Jimmy. Now God wants this to happen to you.
Yes.
Pow, pow, pow. Oh, now I got to get back in the chair.
That makes perfect sense. So the story fell apart, and then Ann told the police, because of course they separate them all and get all their stories. So Ann tells the truth about everything that happened, and even says where the body is. The police, they find the body, and they can find, even though it's been half eaten by animals, that he was definitely tortured over a prolonged period of time. He had broken bones.
Says who?
So Zahid was convicted of murder, as was Ann. Zahid was given 33 years, which is the maximum in the UK. Ann was given 26. So a little more lenient on Ann, since she was not the ringleader in all of this. But that is my creep, Zahid Zaman, who cut out a guy's testicle and made him eat it.
I need to point this out. Rocco Orb 2002 says the lady on the bottom right looks like the mom from Throw Mama Off the Trade.
Yeah, it does look like Stuttering John. I agree.
With the Dutch boy haircut. It's fucking John. Holy
it.
shit.
If he dyed his hair better.
So
So that's my
looks
creep.
so bad.
Vinny, I didn't send you my creep's name, so you probably don't have a pull up yet.
No, but I will get one up as soon as the show's
We'll get one
over.
up as soon as the show's over. Thecreepoff.com.
That
Vote
is
for you
correct.
thought brought the biggest creep in this wild card round.
Now, Carl, I want to go ahead and tell you that we forgot to mention that it's a holiday today.
It is a holiday. It's a very important holiday. MLK, get out the way today. Is it MLK Day today?
Yeah.
Oh, it's also Super Chat Monday. That's right. We are celebrating Super Chat Monday over here on
Super Chat Monday, baby.
And the way you celebrate that is by sending us super chats, and we do appreciate that.
All right, let's start off with Shredder Dusty. Happy Super Chat Monday. Hashtag MAGA. Hashtag thank you, OJ. Hashtag I'm not saying the last
Go
part.
Bills! And yes, thank you, OJ. We'd be nothing without you.
That's right. I would like to thank OJ for all of his contributions.
OJ Simpson. Carl's Frosted Tips, $2 is Trump 25. USA, USA, USA. Suck it, Mike Morse. FSJ. First order of business, we're bringing back TikTok.
Did you watch any of? Actually, the first order of business is meme coin, apparently.
Okay.
And then it's send everybody back. Whatever. Did you watch any of the inauguration?
I
today?
did not. I was prepping for the show, but it's what I
George W. Bush
Mondays.
looks better than all of them.
Oh, I believe it.
Bill Clinton looked better than Trump and Biden today.
Really?
Yes, which is astounding.
That is astounding.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know. George W. Bush lives with himself. That's crazy.
Guys,
That's fucking nuts.
He's like the retarded kid. He was just sitting up there laughing. Hey, everybody, how are you? Like he's just smiling and waving. Like everybody forgot I was an asshole because of this guy.
What
So
a
great.
piece of shit. All right.
Yeah, he sucks. Ebony, thanks for the $9.99. Might a future topic be creepy toy collectors?
Ooh.
This last week saw the fall and jailing of PDF presenter of British Star Wars collecting channel Blue Harvest Toys. Quite the horror show has unfolded. I cannot wait to look into that.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's a good idea too, because I will bring Vinny. It's an easy W for me.
Rocco Orb 2002, thanks for the $2. Shoes Cravy Baby Back Ribs. We got it. Koof, thank you for not unaliving yourself.
Thank you, Koo, for not unaliving yourself.
A Mandolin Nappy. Vinny, Biden pardoned you for skipping last week. Sweet. Sorry, Carl, you were overlooked. Biden is a Redditor. Vinny, please get super tips. SC sucks. Vote for Carl.
Vote for Carl and Mandolin Nappy. Yes, thank you very much.
And then another one from a Mandolin Nappy. Happy $1.99. Super Tip Monday is a bigger holiday.
It is the more important of the two.
Yeah. I'm just glad he didn't spell that with an N. Holy shit. Sometimes people get a little chippy.
Bigger holiday. Bigger. Yeah.
Little chippy in that chat. So, Carl, I think it's time for one of my favorite segments. I think it's time for your cop cam.
Oh, let's do it.
I can't wait to see Karl's cop cam. Fight with the cops for no reason. Will you please show me Karl's cop cam? Lose all your rights, ruin your life.
I want to thank Matthew Montgomery for sending this one in. And Vinny, today we have someone who's real braggadocious.
Oh, nice.
This woman, Jennifer, we're going to meet is real boastful about what she's just done. We're going to go to McDonald's, where the police were called onto the scene because of this woman yelling and screaming inside the restaurant. Go ahead and play my clip number 1.
Yes, sir. Let's meet Jennifer. Does a cop have a boom mic on his body cam? What the fuck is this?
Jennifer.
I just had sex. You better not arrest me.
You just had sex? What's your birthday, Jennifer?
I'm not under arrest.
You're being detained.
How? Because I just had sex? I'm being detained. I just had sex.
I'm a whore, everybody.
She's very proud of herself. And, I'm sitting there watching this morning going, I didn't just have sex. I mean, I'm a little jealous of this lady. She's having a good day today.
Yeah. Well, then she went to a McDonald's, so it's an awesome day.
Well, she wanted to rub it in everyone's face because she knows at the McDonald's no one's gotten laid there in a while. So
all the staff there are fucking each other on their breaks. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's possible. That's a good point. In fact, maybe she's an employee for all I know.
Yeah, it looks like she has a name tag on for a second, I thought.
All right. So my clip number 2, again, very proud of herself, this one.
Stop.
I just had sex.
4-5. Use together. 411.
Jennifer.
I ain't playing with you. 211. I just
Jennifer.
had sex.
Do not make me chase you.
I just had sex.
No, she's pounding a car that's just sitting in the drive-thru.
Yeah, somebody's in there just trying to fucking kill themselves slowly and order some McDonald's food, and this broad is banging on their hood.
They just want a salty burger, and this woman's screaming about having sex.
Nobody told me there would be boasting.
Yes.
Thank you, Rocco Orby.
Good call.
No one told me there was going to be boasting.
So you see how she went around the other side of the car and she's running away from the cop.
Yeah.
This carries on for a little while as they circle this car. And finally we have the foot chase is on.
I just had sex.
You want her off your car? Yeah, go ahead and pull up.
He's a rapist.
Jennifer.
Run! He has no reason to arrest me. I just had sex.
Stop or I'm going to arrest you.
Under arrest.
Come talk to me, otherwise I'm going to arrest you.
Had sex. 911.
Stop hitting their car.
That was my friend. I have a friend today. I just had sex.
All right, go get her.
I just had sex.
Ugh.
I just had sex.
Oh boy, she's fighting back. She is fighting back.
Yeah, she is, and she doesn't look like much.
Hey, no, you're not impressed?
No, she looks disgusting. I don't want, listen, I don't blame these cops when they go into situations like this and they give these people a really, really long time before they decide to try to apprehend them. I wouldn't want to touch her. She looks gross and infected with something.
Oh, for sure. I'd be like, can you just scream that somewhere else where people won't call us?
I mean,
let's go to the soup kitchen.
Yeah.
Scream that.
Have a cigarette and shut the fuck up. We get it. You just had sex.
7 screaming disbusters. 911. Yeah, hello. My name's Jennifer. I just had sex. Is there an emergency? No, I just bragging to everyone.
I'm going to go down to McDonald's and tell them.
All right. So reinforcements show up because these two are fighting on the sidewalk now.
Okay.
Do you abuse women? Rapists?
You up today.
No, I'm a Fed. I told you.
You up.
I'm a federal agent. I told you.
You better stop.
I just had sex.
20,
If I'm this cop, I'm going, not with me. Not with me.
Yeah, right.
Get on your stomach.
I just had sex.
Okay. So she's now more cops showed up. She got to brag to them now. Let them know what a great day that she's having.
Sure.
So you know what time it is now, Vinny, I bet.
Is it time to bust out the taser?
Oh, it's taser time, baby. Let's go.
Get on your Let me have this arm.
Roll on
I'm on the ground.
Taser.
Give it.
Turn over. Turn over.
your stomach.
Turn over then. Turn over then.
I will get
Turn
you
over
again.
then.
Turn over.
Turn over then. Get the other arm.
Hands behind your
Give me
back.
the other arm. Give me the other arm
I
now.
will tase you again.
Tase you again. Give me the other arm.
Again.
I can. Give it here. That's pressure. Okay, let her up. Let her up for a second. Let her up for a
I don't have any
second.
pressure on it.
I just had sex. Give me your arm now. I just had sex.
I get it.
I just had sex.
They are keeping a counter on this video. That is the 27th time that she's declared that she just had sex.
You know, that dude who she did have sex with was like, I told her not to tell anyone.
I know. I go, the one thing I told you, don't tell anyone. Please. What the fuck, lady? All right, so she got tased. She's
And
like,
by the way,
"Whoa,
that
what's going
cop's hurt. His hand's all fucking blood.
It
bleeding.
is. Yes, they got into quite the fight.
Yeah.
We're going to find out in a little bit. But first, there's another thing you got to do when you're wrestling with cops. You got to declare you cannot breathe.
Stop it. I can't breathe. I have a baby. You're on the side. I have a baby.
Well, she's throwing everything at the wall on this one. I can't breathe. I have a baby. I just had sex. What do I say to get out of this?
I
right now?
truly hope she didn't throw the baby at the wall.
So finally, they're able to detain her. They stand her up. They walk her over to the police car by clip 7.
Great. She finally calmed down.
I just had sex. Are you proud? Are you proud? Officer, are you proud? Witness says as walking an officer against the wall. Oh, okay.
I like that now she's trying to get everyone. Who's with me on this one, huh? Who's with me? I was like, holy shit, what's going on over there? This is a nightmare.
Can you know who I feel bad for?
Who's that?
Whoever's in charge of the jail.
Oh, yeah.
When this one shows up and they got to deal with her for the next however long.
Yeah, she doesn't calm down.
Yeah.
Oh, no, spoiler. She does not calm down. So they throw her in this car, and then they realize they need a car with a cage because she is manic. She's rocking around, fighting everything. So they got to move her to another car.
Okay.
And I think what you're going to recognize here as we get kind of a close-up of her, that after sex glow, you know, like some women you can tell they just got lucky and they just
Sure.
they're feeling it.
Big
They're
smile.
loving life. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I don't know personally, but
You have a cage? I got a cage. Yeah, let's put her in a cage so she doesn't break a window. Get out.
Rapist. Brutality. Are you proud? He's a rapist. I'll fuck you up next time.
Stop it.
Rapist. Oh, okay. Okay.
Every day with her. Sit in my car, please.
Do you feel better? Do you feel better? Back up. Okay. Brutality. Now start using on me. I'm a gangster. I'm a gangster.
there's so many things I find unattractive about that woman. And I like to start with the haircut.
The haircut's not great. How about the fact that she's very high on meth? Did you find that unattractive?
That's a problem too.
That's a problem.
I dated a girl.
High on meth?
No.
Oh.
Long time ago. I was in like 20 years, so like 10 years ago. Just kidding. Who, beautiful girl. One day she showed up with a short haircut like that. 2 more dates and I was done.
No shit.
I fucking hate that.
It works for
haircut.
some women. I'll tell you that. I dated a girl with a short haircut that was very attractive. It works for some.
Okay.
No, it's not normally a good move.
I just hate that fucking look so much.
I love that that's your biggest problem with this woman. It's her
No, I
short
find her
hair.
charming. I find everything else about her charming.
All right. So this is the saddest part right here. So the cop, they want to get some photos of his injuries, obviously for evidence. and you can tell this cop's ashamed that he probably got beat up. I think he's worse off than she is after this altercation.
Let me get that ribbon.
I got one.
So is that you bleeding or her?
His knees all cut up, his hands all cut up.
I got a boo-boo.
Yeah, she beat the shit out of him.
Hysterical.
And she was charged with battery on a peace officer.
That's all she got?
That's all
she didn't get disturbing the peace or any of that shit?
Just battery on a peace officer. Beating up a cop, that will they'll throw the book at you for that.
Well, here's what I just learned from this little cop cam video. Going on the wheel of consequences, McDonald's sex declaration.
You have to do it until the cops get calling on you.
And then just fight them all. All right.
I don't think people would put up with it if you or I were screaming, I just had sex.
I just had sex. Huh? How about it?
I'm high-fiving everyone in the line. Let's go.
I'm just running past the employees.
Oh, fuck. It's not a bad idea.
I'd pull the napkins off the table, just spike them like a football.
Everyone's just like, I'm not buying it. Yeah, me neither.
Oh, all right. That was a good one, Carl.
That was fun. Thank you, Matthew.
I did like that. I guess it's time for some voicemails.
The Creep Off voicemail segment is brought to you by the City of Syracuse. Our hearts go out to all those affected by the LA wildfires. We can't wait to hire those responsible for being so unprepared at largely discounted salaries. See you in Syracuse.
Syracuse is always thinking ahead.
They are.
Smart.
Get them on a deal. Get them on a discount now. Carl, let's start off with this one.
Hello, this is Paulie Ogre. I just wanted to clarify on the whole punk rock vote for the creep off.
Okay.
Vinny is a stuffy, elitist, at least thinks he's elitist, schlub who likes to say proper words like elementary. I bet he says theater too. So that would make Carl the punk rock vote.
There you go. Oh,
agreed.
You know what? Let's hit a super chat real quick. Dang Lizard, thanks for the 2 euros.
Remind everyone, there is no proof Carl ever had sex. Yes.
Yeah. So would you be lying in that McDonald's?
According to Stuttering John, there is no evidence.
So listen, our old pal DP calls in, and this was a little bit longer, but he's asking a serious question, and I feel like we should play this one out.
Hey guys, your old pal DP. I know this probably isn't the right podcast to call into, but Vinny, you're a humane guy, so I just want to pick your brain. My wife and I got into a really big argument about euthanasia. I was telling her, like, people put their dogs down all the fucking time. It's about doing it before the pain and suffering.
Right.
Like, she's had a good fucking life, like the best years of her life, thanks to us. But after hip replacement, multiple joint surgeries, eye surgery, arthritis, dietary needs, it's becoming exhausting dealing with her. And it's fucking time. And my wife, the only fucking thing my wife says is stop talking about my mother like she's a fucking dog. So I don't know. What are your thoughts? Is 67 too young to put down your mother-in-law? Anyhow, I don't want her to get to the point where she moves in with us. So
yeah,
do call me back. I need your advice. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
Well, DP, I will not be calling you back, but I will be telling you this. No, 67 is the perfect age.
Do you live in Canada? Because this is something you could definitely do, or move to Canada if you don't, and that will take care of itself.
All right. Good point. Then DP called back, but he was talking about our bonus episode we did with Florentine.
Okay.
Hey guys, your old pal DP. Probably a little controversial take, but I just finished the bonus episode, and you made it sound like the guy on the Jim Florentine Scum stream, like the Russian dude that killed the person for tricking him into have sex was the creep. Although if a guy tricks a woman into having sex and says, oh, actually, I'm not rich or whatever, that's rape. So technically he just strangled a rapist. Like if he had all the facts, he wouldn't want to have sex, and that's rape. So anyhow, thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
Interesting.
It's a solid point.
Yeah, it's a good angle. I like it.
All right. I got another one for you.
Hey, Vinny. Carl. Anyways, Vinny, I've got a problem and a theory. So there's this been limey British guy calling into the WATB voicemail for weeks now, boner guy 69
Yep.
talking about gotta call up gotta go to the creep off and vote for Karl. Karl keeps playing it on his freaking show to cheat for him, basically.
What?
Either way, I'm wondering why this keeps happening, and then suddenly it came to me. I believe Karl is actually British. I mean, with those teeth, how couldn't he be? And that's why he keeps playing this British guy's voicemail.
Ain't no fact checking.
We'll never know.
We will never know.
We'll never know.
So here we go. Last
I went
one.
to vote for the creep off, but I was too late. I'm behind on episodes, new year. I'm trying to be a better person, so I'm not listening to this garbage. But it brings me back in. Karl, you commie fuck. Who is the biggest creep? You bring a Navy SEAL that executed people that parade children to fuck? Yeah, that's a thing in Afghanistan. Check that out. Yeah, he's an American fucking hero. Up against a slimy, dirty fucking hippie. Even worse, well, almost as bad, he was a pedophile. So you're a quote-unquote creep, slaughtered pedophiles, and Vinny brings a pedophile that's a fucking hippie. Vinny wins all day long. I think he wins. I think you should have to spin the wheel just for doing that.
Oh, stop it.
Agreed.
I actually got a voicemail.
It's right here. It's right here. Come on in.
I actually
Come
got
spin.
a voicemail from my creep off coach who giving me some advice here.
Karl, it's your creep off coach. What the fuck was that last week? You brought in an American war hero against a fucking child diddler? I keep telling you, child diddlers, child molesters, and child murderers. Your guy only murdered one. Well, they're not really people. But anyways, God damn it, do better.
Whoa.
That's my coach right there, guys. Maybe I was slacking off. I apologize. I did better this week. We'll be good. We're getting back on the winning side of things this
You
week.
can't cook children and expect to lose the creep off. That's all I'm going to say.
You can't force someone to eat their own testicle. Expect to lose the creep off.
Oh,
I'm
it's just
sorry.
a dirty homeless guy. He liked it. I mean, the guy's lining up at soup kitchens and stuff for food. You think he's not
If
going
you're going to make that argument, it was very cold in that house. And those kids are like, yeah, let's get in the oven. It's warm in there. Thank you, Mom.
It happened in October. It wasn't that cold. And it was
Thank
Atlanta,
you, Mom.
Georgia.
We're
It was in
freezing.
Atlanta, Carl.
We're freezing, Mom. Can we get in the oven, please?
You're out of your mind. All
Turn it
right.
up, Mom. It's not warm enough in here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. That's all the voicemails we got. I believe that makes it time for a scum parade, Carl.
Scum parade, take me on a raid of these fuck charades that these creeps have made. Scum parade, Vinny and Karl gonna tell you about some fuck shit. Scum parade, like stories of a kid fucked by his mom or dad, soaking up the blood of a cat. Scum parade.
Dutchess County, New York, Carl. I want to introduce you to Alvin Lewis. He's 54 years old.
Alvin!
And I'll tell you what I like about this guy.
Yeah?
He understands supply and demand.
Okay.
I'll give him that. He's a drug counselor at a New York State rehab facility, and he's been arrested for selling crack cocaine on multiple occasions to undercover agents.
Dude, this is the easiest thing. You always ask, are you 5-0? They have to answer if they're a cop or not.
Yeah.
They can't lie to you.
Yeah, if you're going to sell drugs to someone, ask to see their penis. Wait, is that prostitution?
Is that
That's what hookers do.
We'll figure it out. But anyway, dummy.
On multiple occasions, Lewis sold crack to agents with local prosecutors' drug task force. While conducting surveillance of Lewis, police determined that he had worked overnight hours as a counselor at Arms Acres and an inpatient rehab clinic.
So, yeah, of course he's doing that. It's good for business. You're going to want more people smoking crack if that's how you make your money.
They searched his house and vehicles and yielded crack cocaine packaged and ready for sale. Lewis was being held without bail. Is expected to face additional charges.
Do you think it's odd that he sold crack to undercover cops multiple times? Like, wouldn't the first time you'd be like, all right, you're selling drugs?
Well, I'll tell you what.
They kept coming back for more. Like, I don't know. This
He's
isn't
the
that
best
great.
deal in town.
Right, yeah.
Best deal in town, guys.
I do feel like evidence locker. They're like, no. This shit's way better. Elvin's got way better stuff.
Oh, we bought stuff and we can't find it. We need to get more.
Yeah.
What do you say we get more? Let's call Alvin, guys. What do you say we call Alvin this shift? What do you say? All right. Now, Carl, I just think that's really funny that this dude is working in a fucking rehab facility.
Yep.
I have a very good friend who just got out of rehab.
Oh.
And like legit rehab for the not meth or crack, but likes good stuff.
Okay.
And I talk to him. I have lunch with him every week, and he tells me about how strict they were in an inpatient rehab like that. And to have a dude around who's just like got crack cocaine in the car is pretty shocking.
Oh, they're strict about you having drugs in drug rehab, Vinny?
Yeah.
You learned that because you have a friend who did that? That's how you knew about that?
Yeah. Okay, thanks. All right, Carl. Let's talk about this broad, Kelsey Brainerd.
Okay, what's she up to? Going to prom or something?
She is adorable. She's only 18.
Okay.
But there's a situation that happened, and this is where pedo hunting goes wrong.
Okay.
Predator hunting goes wrong. You see, you can't make up stories and plant evidence on people for attention.
You can't?
No.
What if you put it on social media?
No, that's even more of a problem, it turns
okay.
out. So, a Catholic school, Assumption University students Kelsey Brainerd, that's her, Easton Randall, 19, Kevin Cardiff, he's 18, Isabella Trudeau, 18, and Joaquin Smith is 18.
Yeah, it's a Catholic university. It's college.
Yeah, they appeared in Massachusetts court on Thursday and pleaded not guilty to conspiracy and kidnapping charges. So what happened was prosecutors say Brainerd met a man on Tinder who is I believe he's in the military.
Yep.
And he's just hanging around. He meets her on Tinder, told him she was 18, and invite him to the Catholic school on October 1st so they could try and hook up.
Yeah, he's 22, she's 18, Tinder, hook up.
It's
great.
Perfectly legal.
Yep, all of this is great.
The alleged victim, the 22-year-old active duty military service member, said he was in town for his grandmother's funeral and was getting himself a little strange. He just wanted to be around people that were happy is why he went on Tinder, he said. Brainerd
just wanted to see
him,
a vertical smile while he was. It's a rough time.
This blonde would make me feel better. Brainerd greeted him when he arrived at the school before she led him into a basement lounge, per court documents. Within minutes, a group of people came out of nowhere and started calling him a pedophile, accusing of him wanting sex with 17-year-old girls.
Okay.
The man told police he broke free and was chased by at least 25 people to his car.
Okay.
Where he was punched in the head and his car door was slammed on him before he managed to flee.
These kids got the assignment wrong?
Very much so.
That's not what we were told to do.
Campus surveillance video shows a large group of students, including Brainerd, all with their cell phones out, what seems to be recording of the whole episode.
Oh, boy.
They are seen laughing and high-fiving with each other, in which appears to be a deliberately staged event. There was no evidence to indicate the man was seeking sexual relations with underage girls, the police said.
You can't do that on Tinder. Tinder would be shut down pretty quick if that was the case.
One of the defendants allegedly told officers they were inspired by the catch a predator trend, which he said is big on TikTok. Well,
okay.
Good riddance.
Time to ban TikTok again, Trump. You hear that?
He ain't listening. He said their group shared ideas of what to tell the man through the Tinder app to lure him to campus, and then spread word through a dormitory chat that a predator was in the building.
Dude, these white kids are so far behind the times. Black kids have been beating up innocent bystanders and posting it on social media for over a decade. And now the white kids are like, hey, we could be doing that too.
Well, they're behind the times.
Yeah.
But this is just really fucking nuts. After the assault, Brainerd reported the man to police as a sexual predator and said she was frightened by him. She said he had come to campus uninvited and that she texted a male friend who chased him away.
I think she's lying. I think she said, let's hook up.
All of this is false.
Yes.
And the campus police concluded after reviewing surveillance recordings and finding the first-person perspective videos were being circulated among the students. Before leaving court, when cameras were turned on, and the teens were ordered to have no contact with the targeted man. So they are all on trial right now. And her lawyer is filed a motion seeking dismissal of the charges, saying that authorities lack probable cause to believe she committed a crime. Well, what do you think the crime is here, Carl?
I think the crime would be jumping a innocent guy who just showed up to get some strange.
His grandmother just died.
Oh, that's so sad.
Filing a false report? How about that? Why did she call the police to begin with? You just chased him out. You got your video. You're calling the police and lying to them. It's fucking stupid.
So they're not going to become TikTok stars? Is that what you're telling me?
No, but I'm sure she could probably do well on OnlyFans. Right?
You know, the way that she's standing, she might be a little big.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's got a fat face, and she's standing in a way that's like very difficult to tell
You
what's
think
doing.
she's a flatso?
She might be a flatso, yeah.
All right. Let's talk about this fatso.
That was like AI art.
No, that's a real kid.
Really?
That's Cameron Finnegan. He's 19 years old of Horsham, West Sussex. We're going to Sussex. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're going across the pond. Now, this is another bigger concept story. This is something that's going on that is shocking. Alex, our producer, excuse me, folks, has messaged me about this group a couple of times.
Really?
Yeah, this is the first time we're going to discuss them, but I'm interested in keeping a tab on it. Police have issued a warning over an extremist online terror group that targeted children through sexual blackmail. This 19-year-old kid was part of the extreme right-wing satanic Satanist group 764.
All right, I got to ask you a question.
Sure.
Because you read this article and so did I. Why do they say this is a right-wing extremist group?
No clue.
It doesn't make any sense. Satanism, nothing to do with right-wing. I think the right-wing is actually usually pretty religious, right? The opposite of that. And nothing in here is like political.
That's true.
These people are just fucking lunatics. So I was just like, it's bad. Right-wing. Okay, cool. Moving on.
Makes sense to me. At least 4 British teenagers have been arrested in connection with the group, which has blackmailed children, predominantly girls, into carrying out sexual acts, harming themselves, or attempting the S word. Attempted trips to Greenland.
Right.
Finnegan has been given a 6-year sentence with an extended 3-year period. Officers initially arrested Finnegan for fears he had possession of a firearm and other weapons. But when searching his bedroom, they found a tapestry presenting a satanic beast, a Bible covered in red scribbles, Carl.
Oh, no.
A knife, red spray paint cans, satanic flags, a hammer, catapult, and letters on his door reading acid.
A hammer catapult.
That's pretty cool.
That sounds cool.
That's like something you make in summer camp.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Now, according to the police, the teenager was in possession of indecent images of children.
That's not good.
And
what a right-winger with those CP.
And he had recently threatened to kill a homeless man living in a tent near his home. He also attempted to encourage a vulnerable female to take her own life and wanted to be posted online in the name of the terror group 764.
He was telling a girl to off herself? Who do
Yeah.
you think he is? Chad Zumock?
He looks like him.
Get your own bits, buddy.
Look at
Chad
his
Zumock's
fat
like,
face.
Chad Zumock's like, I already did that. I'm the one who came up with that bit. All right. Don't tell people to off themselves. I do that.
So you know what this kid did to that homeless guy was he went up and he put a letter on his tent.
Yes.
Told him he was a pussy boy.
Oh no. Boy with a pussy.
So this 764
I have to say, not to get too deep into the dabble verse here, but you know how I feel about threatening to kill a homeless guy.
How do you feel?
I always say, don't threaten it, just do it.
Oh, Carl.
That's
he
my
said it, guys. He
That's
said
my
it.
motto over here.
He said it.
Just do it.
So 764 is a global reach. So the fact that he's not online and not on our streets is a benefit to both the UK and the international world as well. One woman from Australia was 15 when first targeted by 764, the BBC reported. She was threatened by members of the group for more than 2 years. It was horrible, the woman's mother told the BBC. We have suicide manuals. I'm sorry. Manuals to visit Greenland sent to her. The group also sent the teenager images of child and animal abuse and manipulated her into sharing explicit pictures of herself as well as self-harming on camera.
You know what I say to that? Boys will be boys.
They also told her to murder the family's cat, but she refused, and that's when they started trying to push her towards
That was a bit too far for
Greenland.
her.
Yeah.
She's like, I mean, I showed you my nudes, but I got to kill Fluffy now. I don't know if I want to be a part of this anymore. Seems ridiculous.
I do have an April Imholt sinus infection. No, I just have a cold. You're close, though. Thanks for the $20, Coach Queefer Sutherland.
Yeah, you're hanging out with your buddy who's a cokehead every week, and now you can't breathe through your nose. Interesting.
Yeah, if I come in next week and my nose looks like Artie Lang's.
It'll be an improvement.
Yeah. So
Hey, if you're going to pull up a super chat, we are celebrating Super Chat Monday, and we appreciate the fine people who are super chatting us.
yeah, Pigeon gave us $5. He said the Danny Show. Woo!
The Danny Show, baby. We had Danny on earlier.
Dang Lizard, thanks for the $2. There's no proof Carl ever had sex. I just felt like reading that again. And again, Coach Queefer Sutherland with the Mexican 20 pesos. Vinny has an April Imholt sinus infection.
Very possible.
It could be.
We'll find out.
So our last group today, Carl, is
Mhm.
not named. And the reason he's not named is to protect the innocent here.
Okay.
To protect his daughters. An Ohio father has been found guilty of raping his 11-year-old daughter after his two stepdaughters also came forward about the sexual abuse they faced in the family's home. The rape and gross sexual imposition charges were centered around his 11-year-old daughter's August 2021 report that he had raped her.
Okay.
Other rape accusations against the 48-year-old from Columbus came from his two adult stepdaughters. Listen to this shit. A jury announced the guilty verdict in court on November 19th. The man's attorney declined to comment on the case, but the police were originally called to the Columbus home where the daughter and two stepdaughters reported the father. Charges were filed in 2022. And according to court and jail records, the 11-year-old girl told police she was sexually abused by her father, and the two adult women told officers they recently learned of that abuse. So what was going on is there's two adult stepdaughters who were raped by this guy
when they were younger. Yeah.
And then they find out that their little sister is getting the same treatment.
Yeah. They didn't think to like warn her or something like that.
No, they were
do
busy.
Something about it. Okay.
The one of them was busy raising their sister.
Okay.
Their own child sister, because she was knocked up and is now raising the teenage daughter of their father.
Yeah. You're kind of burying the lead on this.
Yeah, I was trying to get to it. He impregnated one of the stepdaughters, and she gave birth to a daughter who's now a teenager when she was 11 years old.
She gave birth when she was 11. Now, in the stepfather's defense, he had no idea he could impregnate an 11-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
He was not expecting that. And so his pull-out game, he wasn't even thinking about it. He didn't realize that was a thing.
You know, you'd think you don't have to wrap it up with an 11-year-old. You're not going to catch anything.
Right. I totally get it. But yeah, the older daughters who were also molested were like, oh, no, his pull-out game was on point with me. I was fine.
He learned his lesson after the first kid.
This would be the wildest episode of Maury ever. You are the father and the grandfather.
Oh my God. Just think about the metrics of that, having to like, what do you celebrate? Do you celebrate Father's Day? What do you do?
I would think it would double down on Father's Day, right?
You might have to. The two sisters said they did not come forward about the sexual abuse until they were adults because they feared their stepfather. The man faces a life sentence. Good. You can't cream pie 11-year-olds. How many times do I have to say it? Don't do it. God damn it.
I know. It's like a broken record over here. Seriously.
Oh, Wapio. Bitch told me she was 9, shaking my damn head.
Oh, boy.
Oh, how's that song go? I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. Might be the name of the episode. Oh, Karl, that's all I got, buddy. I'm about to pass out. I feel like shit. And I hope y'all enjoyed the show today.
Yeah, man. Thanks for doing the show, even though you don't feel good. I appreciate you being here.
Oh, I'm glad to be here with everybody.
Vinny, I just want to say, go Bills. We got another game coming up this Sunday against the hated Chiefs.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say this. I don't like the Chiefs, and I don't like the Bills. So I'm rooting for a plane to crash into the field myself.
Well, I'll just remind you what our buddy Jim Florentine, who's also a Dolphins fan, said to me when we were talking about this. He said, go Bills. Fuck the Chiefs.
Well,
I think we can all agree on that.
I'm totally on. I don't know who I'm rooting for. I'm not rooting for the Chiefs or the Bills. I'm not even watching that game.
Oh, protesting the AFC Championship game, are we?
Yeah, I'm not even to watch the Super Bowl this year. I don't give a shit.
Oh boy,
I'm gonna be laying on a beach in Miami. I don't give a fuck.
All right, kids.
It's nice to be important.
Let's push that whale back into the water, Bobby.
I hate when that happens. They throw
you're like, hey, I'm just trying to get some sun.
They throw wet towels on me. I'm like, how many times do I have to tell you assholes I don't have a blowhole? That's my belly button.
Giving you mouth to mouth on your belly button. It's not working.
Oh, all right, guys. It's been fun. It's nice to be important.
It's more important to be nice.
Good. Yeah. I got to get out of here.